this is my third book, and it is not quite published, but it publishes officially in about a week or so, I think. So this is the only copy of it I've seen so far. And that's one of the reasons I don't have more copies here for sale. And as far as Tom Thompson goes, it may or may not be available. Try to buy a copy online, and if you have trouble, let me know, and I'll make sure you get one. So, because I still have a few kicking around, but the last time I checked, I'm not really sure it's in print anymore. So.
And the title of this book is?
This one is called Syllabus of Errors, which, does anybody know where that phrase comes from? Anybody go to Catholic school or anything like that? The Syllabus of Errors is this wonderful phrase. It's a title for this document of the Catholic Church from the 19th century, where basically they listed various heresies and things that you should not believe, and then explain why they were wrong and why you'll go to hell if you believe them, basically. So I found the title, and it sounded like, or the phrase, it sounded like a good title for the book, for whatever reason. Who knows why, but I like it. So I'll start, like I said, with the shortest poem in the book. This is kind of a love poem. This is called Tamara. Years from now, he'll remember the nights he spent trying to unlock a lock of her hair, and how, when she kissed him, he felt like a poem being translated from one language into another. See, it's really short. Just gets in there and does what it's doing and gets out, which maybe poems should always do, right? That's how they should work. When they're done, they should be done. The issue of translation came up in the class today, and it's an interesting one. Heather said something about how every poet at some point feels obligated to translate Rilke, and I do have a Rilke translation in here, and I don't know after what you said if I should read it or not, so I'm not going to read that one yet, but I might later. We'll see how the evening goes. Instead, I'll read this one, On the Origins of Things. Everyone knows that the moon started out as a renegade fragment of the sun, a solar flare that fled that hellish furnace and congealed into a flat frozen pond suspended between the planets. But did you know that anger began as music, played too often and too loudly by drunken musicians at weddings and garden parties? Or that turtles evolved from knuckles, ice from tears, and darkness from misunderstanding? As for the dominant thesis regarding the origin of love, I abstain from comment, nor will I allow myself to address the idea that dance began as a kiss, that happiness was an accidental import from Spain, that the ancient game of jump the fire gave rise to politics. But I will confess that I began as an astronomer, a liking for bright flashes, vast distances, unreachable things, a hand stretched always toward the furthest limit, and that my longing for you has never taken me far from that original desire, to inscribe a comet's orbit around the walls of our city, to gently stroke the surface of the stars. Looking